Welcome to the FullTime FBA Show. In each episode, it's our goal to help you turn part-time hours into a full-time income selling almost anything on Amazon. And now, your hosts of the show, Stephen and Rebecca Smotherman.
Welcome to episode number 216 of the FullTime FBA Show. Today we're discussing the top reseller gift ideas for the holiday season. This is a great episode for if you just want to get yourself a gift, or if you have someone who wants to give you a gift and has no idea what to do. Here are some ideas, and to talk with these is one of the best gift givers I know, my wife Rebecca. How are you doing, Rebecca?
I'm doing okay. I would disagree about me being one of the best gift givers. Well, I mean, maybe you don't know any good gift givers, because giving gifts is not necessarily my strong suit, I don't think, but whatever.
Well, when you really know somebody, you give good gifts.
That's true. You can give very thoughtful, meaningful gifts that way. That's
very true. And so resellers, we want some gifts and we want to give some gifts. So we're going to talk about some ideas that resellers would love to get for the holidays on this episode of the FullTime FBA Show.
Well, it is the week of Thanksgiving in the U.S. as this episode is dropping. And so we wanted to start off the show with a huge thank you. We are thankful for you. Thank you so much for listening to the FullTime FBA Show podcast on a regular basis. Many of you listen on a weekly basis as soon as the new episode drops, and we love that. Thank you so much for listening. Thank you for rating and reviewing the podcast. That helps other people to find it in the podcast players. And thank you for those who go above and beyond and share our episodes online with those who you think might want to hear the content that we are sharing here. It really means a lot to us.
Yeah, and something really honoring that I just learned about a few days ago is that the FullTime FBA Show was recently mentioned in a list called the 13 Best Amazon FBA Podcasts to Listen to. And guess what? The FullTime FBA Show was at the top of the list, number 1. So a special shout out to Albert Mosby for putting that list together, and thanks for the shout out. It's always fun to be on lists and even more fun to be on the top. So thank you for promoting our podcast and letting people know about it.
All right, so the holidays are in full swing, and we got to thinking here at FullTime FBA, what would be some fun gift ideas that an Amazon seller might like to receive for the holidays this year?
Yeah, Amazon sellers, we love getting gifts, right? And so if you know of an Amazon seller who you want to give a gift to, or maybe you want to share some fun ideas so that someone can get you a gift, no matter the situation, here are some gift ideas for Amazon sellers.
Yeah, this might be a great episode to share with your family or friends who typically give you a gift and say, wink, wink, nudge, nudge, here's some ideas. So let's start off with some $10 stocking stuffer gift ideas. These are going to be gift ideas that are smaller, less expensive, but a gift that an Amazon seller would be thankful for, like a Scotty Peeler. So we've been using Scotty Peelers for over a decade, and we are always in need of new or fresh ones. So if you've never heard of or used a Scotty Peeler, it's a tool that helps you remove price stickers, or really any sticker, from an item that you're wanting to sell. So you don't want to sell something for $30 that has a $5 price label on it. That would lead to an unhappy customer real quick. So depending on how often you use a Scotty Peeler, they're going to eventually wear down, and you will need to replace them every now and again. So any Amazon seller would appreciate some fresh, new Scotty Peelers. And I use these all the time for things not related to Amazon at all. They're actually pretty handy to have around the house for any type of label or sticker that you need to remove, or anything. When you've got kids, teenagers, stuff gets dirty and sticky, and these are really helpful.
Absolutely. Yeah. And guess what? If you're curious, we're going to post all the links to all these gift ideas on our show notes page, fulltimefba.com/216. So be sure to check that out for the full list with links to make shopping easier. So another stocking stuffer that might help a fellow Amazon seller feel the holiday spirit is about a new $15 3-inch tape gun. Seriously, if you or the person you're wanting to give a gift to has never used a 3-inch tape gun before, or 3-inch tape, seriously, 3-inch tape is a game changer. I've never thought 1 more inch of tape would make such a difference. But when you're boxing up a box and you're just want it to be sure to have enough tape so that the top and the bottom are really secure, that the contents don't fall out, maybe it's really heavy or really packed. Well, without thinking, sometimes we use 2 strips of 2-inch tape, maybe sometimes 3 strips of 2-inch tape, just to make sure that it holds well. But that's way too much. So just 1 swipe of a tape from a 3-inch tape dispenser is going to do the trick. Basically, once you go to 3 inches, you're never going to go back. So gift your friend the security of a 3-inch tape gun, and don't forget the tape too.
Can I add to that the quiet tape that you've been using?
Yes.
So I don't know, you need to add that link to the list
100%.
that you're putting together for the website, for the show notes of this episode. But there's also tape that goes in the tape guns that is quiet, and it is amazing.
It's awesome. It doesn't scream at you every time you put it on a box.
Because if I hear Steven boxing something up in the office, I can hear it from like 2 rooms away in the house when he starts that, and it's so startling. But once he switched to the quiet tape, the sound is just not noticeable at all. So
yeah, and then when I ran out of the quiet tape and forgot to reorder it, it's deafening.
It is very jarring to hear that. So we'll add that quiet tape and the 3-inch tape gun to the list. Okay, so let's move on from stocking stuffers and talk about some more substantial gifts. So if you or your friend... Really, are we talking about a friend or are we talking about ourselves here?
We're talking about ourselves.
Okay, so if you're doing some retail arbitrage, then this gift will definitely be well received. One of the worst things when you're doing retail arbitrage is getting on a roll with sourcing and you're finding some profitable inventory, and all of a sudden you see that your phone is now at only 10% power left. It is the worst. So we recommend the $25 Anchor Portable Charger. Again, we'll put that list in the show notes, fulltimefba.com/216. But this portable charger comes in black and comes in white. It's slim, fits comfortably in your pocket or your purse or the side of your bag, whatever you are carrying. It's a fast charger that charges the latest iPhone or Android about 2.5 times. So if you start your day with a full charge on your phone, then you have another 2.5 charges to use with this charger to keep you going all day long.
Yeah, power is key, and you don't want to run out at all.
My only caveat with this one is hide it from your children because they will borrow it from you constantly.
And then you'll never see it again. So another fun gift I think will help anyone out who's doing retail arbitrage is a $25 to $75 compact foldable cart, or a dolly or a wagon. I mean, it's amazing how far technology has come when it comes to foldable things like dollies or carts. There's big wagons that you can unfold and put all your retail arbitrage stuff in and drag it from your car to your house, or from your house back to your car after you finished boxing stuff up and taking it to the post office or the UPS store. There's a lot of different possibilities when it comes to a cart. There's carts that are really great for going up and down stairs. And so we'll put links to that all in the show notes. But it's a really cool gift because it's something that we almost never think of to get ourselves. But if we got it for a gift, we would love having it.
All right, the next item on our list is one that a lot of Amazon sellers might hear about when they first get started, and then they just never get around to buying it for themselves, but it is so handy to have. And that's a Dymo label printer, and you can get this for about $120 to $150. So if you or the Amazon seller on your shopping list are still printing out your labels on a 30-up label sheet, then it's time to get a Dymo label printer. We love being able to just print out our inventory labels one at a time as we are listing our items. And one of the coolest sounds in the office is when you've gone deep on a buy, you've bought a lot of units of one particular item, and you hear the sound of that Dymo label printing out 30, 40, 50 times over and over again. We got our Dymo printer about a decade ago, and it is still one of the most useful tools we use when we are sending in inventory to Amazon.
Yeah, if I was positive that the microphone could pick up the sound of our Dymo label printer, I would totally make that noise right now, but I don't know. It's pretty quiet, though. It's not a loud noise, so...
It's a fun noise.
It is. It's a fun and a profitable noise. Okay, so we started talking stocking stuffers, and now we're up to like $100 plus gifts. So let's take things down just a notch to some more affordable gift ideas. And one super fun thing is to own or give a t-shirt as a gift, a reseller-focused t-shirt. Now, we have some FullTime FBA logo shirts, but those might not be what you're looking for. But there are some creative shirts that would be perfect for resellers like you and like me. Shirts that say, like, I'm not a hoarder, that's my inventory. Or a shirt that's very simple that says, buy, list, sell, repeat. Or maybe a shirt that says, reselling is my superpower. Just, the shirts that we can wear, be in the mood for buying stuff to sell on Amazon, or a shirt that says, flipping ain't easy. Just lots of fun stuff. My favorite one is the t-shirt that says, socially awkward reseller. So let's just own our socially awkwardness and just embrace that socially awkwardness. There's lots of fun t-shirt ideas. We'll be sure to put them on our show notes page, fulltimefba.com/216.
Okay, those are some of the many ideas that we have that you can use to give a fun gift to a reseller or that you can share this episode or the show notes link to somebody that has asked you for a wish list for Christmas, and they can hook you up with a fun gift for the upcoming holiday season.
Yeah, and we definitely want to hear from you. I mean, we want to hear your ideas. Do you have any gift ideas for resellers? Again, go to the show notes page, fulltimefba.com/216, and post a comment sharing your gift ideas. We want to hear from you, and who knows, maybe we'll feature your idea on a future episode of the FullTime FBA show.
Thank you so much for joining us for this episode of the FullTime FBA Show. As always, you can find the show notes and transcript for this episode along with any of the links that we mentioned, and we mentioned that there would be a lot of links at fulltimefba.com/216 because this is episode number 216.
And next week on the show, we're going to be talking about when to lower or hold your prices in December. So come back and we'll talk that through next week on the FullTime FBA Show.
That's all for this episode of the FullTime FBA Show. So head over to fulltimefba.com/podcast, where you'll find the show notes and links from this episode. While you're there, subscribe to our newsletter where you'll get several free downloads of our popular and helpful Amazon FBA resources. Now, take action on what you've learned today so you can find success at turning part-time hours into a full-time income with Amazon FBA.